What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Saturday, March 9th, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Appreciate all the love and support that we've gotten over the years here at Pickdawgz, especially with me on the Wraparound here. Love all the people that are tuning in to get some free NHL winners. If you're looking for my best bets on the board, the games that I absolutely love, and on Saturday there are a lot of them, head to pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. Got a full lineup of college hoops plays on the board for you guys. Some NBA, 6 NHL premiums in total as well. So that just tells you one thing. The best value of all is to hop on a long-term pass. The 3-day and 7-day passes are actually cheaper than buying each of my daily packages on Saturday individually. You can also pair me up with any of your other favorite handicappers at Pick Dawgz as part of our multi-capper promotion. Whatever you do, check out that premium page and use that promo code PICK for 15% off your purchase. But today, the wraparound, it's a little bit late. I do apologize if you guys are tuning in to check out the afternoon action. We had some technical difficulties uploading the video the first time, had some audio, and I would not have felt good uploading something that is not the best quality for you guys. I know you take the time out of your day to come in and get these winners, so I had to re-record it, but we're getting it up here. If you missed the cutoff for the 12:30 to get the early action, hopefully you can live bet it. If not, I still am covering all the games from 3 o'clock Eastern on, so there's plenty of hockey action for you guys. Plenty of cash to be made here. We're going to break down all 13 games on the card. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on Saturday's card takes us to the Key Bank Center where the Buffalo Sabres take on the Edmonton Oilers. And the Buffalo Sabres, well, they were playing well for a stretch, but now they've lost 3 in a row. They've scored 2 goals or less in all 3 losses. The Edmonton Oilers took one on the chin on the road against the Columbus Blue Jackets in their last game, but the Edmonton Oilers still the much hotter team here. They're 18-13 on the road, better than Buffalo's 14-17-1 mark at home this season. And the Buffalo Sabres just shipped away arguably their best player in Casey Mittelstadt. Edmonton, playing solid defense over the course of that winning run. Like I said, I just feel like they're the more trustworthy team here. The minus 190 price a little bit off-putting though, so I'm going to take the Oilers to win this one in regulation to get that minus 190 price down to something more manageable around minus 125. Now we head to the Nationwide Arena where the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Nashville Predators. And, the Columbus Blue Jackets, I get it. There's some value in some of their spots. They're actually playing well. They're playing 500 hockey over the last little bit. But the problem that I take with the Columbus Blue Jackets is that, they're still the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're still one of the worst teams in the NHL. They're 12-16-4 at home this season. The Nashville Predators, they've won 9 of their last 10. They've picked up points in 10 straight. And they play their best hockey on the road. They're 18-10-2 on the road this season. And not only that, they've given up 2 goals or less in 8 of those 9 victories. So give me the Nashville Predators here at the reasonable price at minus 154. Now we're headed to the Nationwide Arena for a Metro Division match between the New Jersey Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes. And I get why, the New Jersey Devils as home dogs is worth a look. But this team's still 15-16-2 at home this season. The Carolina Hurricanes 17-11-2. They're the better team on the road in this one, and they've won 4 straight meetings against the New Jersey Devils. But not only that, the Carolina Hurricanes are just much more trustworthy defensively and in the crease. They've given up 2 goals or less in a bunch of their recent games. In 7 of their last 10. They just beat Montreal at home 4-1. In their last couple road games, they won 4-2 at Columbus. 3-2 at Minnesota. New Jersey, they've got one of the more questionable 1-2 punches in goaltending in the NHL in Vitek Vanacek and Nico Daws. And even Akira Schmidt as well has been questionable. To me, this is just getting the better team at a reasonable price. I'm taking the Carolina Hurricanes at minus 137. Now we're going to the TD Garden for this matchup between the Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And, I do like the Pittsburgh Penguins in some spots and feel like maybe there could be some value with them, but not right now. There have been a lot of 1-goal games played when these two teams lock up. Actually, the last 4 meetings have all been 1-goal games. But the Pittsburgh Penguins are struggling right now. They've lost 4 of 5. They've given up 4 or more goals in each of their last 3 losses. They've been getting their teeth kicked in, and all those, a lot of the recent losses have come on the road. And now you head to Boston, where the Bruins have started to find their groove again. They're starting to play well at home again. They're still 27-6 at home, so 20 wins in 33 home games so far this season. And the Bruins, well, like I said, they beat up on the Toronto Maple Leafs in a couple of games. They played tough defense in a loss to the Edmonton Oilers. They're a lot more trustworthy than the Pittsburgh Penguins are right now. I'm going to take the Bruins to win this one in regulation, get another minus 190 price down to a reasonable minus 125. Now we head to the Amerant Bank Arena, where the Florida Panthers take on the Calgary Flames. And don't get me wrong, I like the Florida Panthers, as much as the next person. They are one of, if not the best team in the NHL right now. But I think this is a spot to take a shot on some value with the Calgary Flames. The Florida Panthers, they've been winning games lately, but they've been in a fair number of one-goal games. Actually, 5 straight home games for the Panthers, decided by a single goal. And last time out, they finally got burned by the Philadelphia Flyers, and no pun intended, they might get burned here by the Flames. The Flames have won 6 of their last 7 games. They just went into Tampa Bay, into a tough building, and absolutely pummeled the Tampa Bay Lightning. And now head-to-head, they've won 4 straight against the Panthers, 6 of 7 and 7 of 9. And a lot of those came when the Florida Panthers were still one of the better teams in the NHL. So I'm going to take a shot here on some value. I'm going to go with the Flames plus 1.5. That's around minus 125, minus 130. Very reasonable for a puck line with a team that's won 6 of 7. And take a shot on the money line as well at plus 180. Now we head to the SAP Center for this matchup between the San Jose Sharks and the Ottawa Senators. And this matchup stinks. You have a team in Ottawa that's lost 7 in a row. The San Jose Sharks have lost 9 in a row. Someone's O has got to go. And I could tell you, if I had to wager on this game, I would take the San Jose Sharks for a side plus 1.5 or even on the money line. Because even in the losses, more often than not, the San Jose Sharks have actually been competitive. They had a pair of extra time losses to the Dallas Stars. They lost by a single goal at Minnesota. They lost at home against Columbus. They were competitive against Nashville. But the problem is that San Jose, over the course of that losing streak, the 9 games, 8 of those losses saw San Jose give up at least 4 goals. Ottawa, they've given up 4 or more in 5 of their last 6. The Ottawa Senators on a 6-game losing streak, not a 7-game losing streak, but still a losing streak nonetheless. 2 teams that can't stop giving up goals. 2 teams that can't stop a beach ball right now. Give me the over 6.5 with a lean towards the Sharks plus the 1.5 and lean towards the money line as well. Now we're going to the Bell Center, where the Montreal Canadiens take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And, don't get me wrong, you can see it over my right shoulder. I love my Toronto Maple Leafs as much as the next homer. But I can tell you from experience, there are games against Ottawa and Montreal, and sometimes, even the Boston Bruins, a lot of these rivalry games where things can get hairy for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And sometimes they play games that are a lot closer than they should be. 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have been 1-goal games with a couple of wins from Montreal. Toronto, they got stomped out by the Boston Bruins. They're not playing as well as they were before the matchup against the Bruins, where they had won 9 of 10. The Montreal Canadiens, they've had some issues as well, but they've been playing in a bunch of 1-goal games, and they've been providing value with the plus 1.5 on the puck line pretty much all season. So I'm going to take a shot here with Montreal here, plus the 1.5. Toronto wins. Wouldn't surprise me if this game needed overtime either. Now we head to the Amalie Arena for the matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Philadelphia Flyers. And I said it earlier, the Tampa Bay Lightning got absolutely crushed by the Calgary Flames in that game that they last played. And not only that, it was just an example of what I've been saying for the better part of the last couple weeks. It feels like the Tampa Bay Lightning's best years are behind them. This feels like a shell of the dynasty team. The Tampa Bay Lightning are still a solid team on paper, but they've been going out and they've been losing games that they probably shouldn't be losing, and that includes losses in 5 of their last 6 home games. The Philadelphia Flyers, they've alternated wins and losses in each of their last 6, but this is a Philadelphia Flyers team that's been providing a ton of value on the road this season. Both these teams have 33 wins this season, but it's the Philadelphia Flyers that are 41-23 against the puck line, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're 26-6 on the road to the puck line. So that tells me Philadelphia's been competitive as an underdog and really good as a favorite. And I think this is another spot where they're competitive as a dog. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Flyers plus 127. Now we're going to the Capital One Arena where the Washington Capitals take on the Chicago Blackhawks. And, I get it. Chicago's been able to provide some value in a couple of spots. They beat Ottawa. They beat the Arizona Coyotes on the road last time out. They finally snapped that 22-game road losing streak. But I think it's time we start a new road losing streak. The Washington Capitals, they sold some pieces at the trade deadline, but still doing that, they're still only 5 points out of a wild card spot right now. They're playing really well as of late. They've won 6 of their last 9 games. They just stomped out the Pittsburgh Penguins 6-0 on the road in their last matchup. And head-to-head between these two teams, Washington's won the last 3 meetings by a combined score of 17-6, all on the puck line. No different for me here. Give me the Washington Capitals minus 1.5 in this one. Now we go to Madison Square Garden where the New York Rangers take on the St. Louis Blues. And the New York Rangers, they're still a really, really good team. They just had some bad luck as of late, losing to the Leafs and the Florida Panthers at home last time out. But here's the thing. While the St. Louis Blues have been struggling themselves, there's a clear difference for me here. The New York Rangers, they've been playing good defense for the better part of the season. This is just a team that's fallen on some hard times. Right now, the St. Louis Blues are struggling. They've scored 2 goals or less in 8 of their last 10 games. Look, if I wanted to watch a bunch of guys struggle to score for 3 hours, I've said this before, I would take my friends to the bar. But the St. Louis Blues, they're a mess right now. The goaltending, as good as Jordan Binnington is and as much potential as Joe Hofer has, there's only so much they can do when the offense isn't scoring. Last time I checked, you got to put the puck in the net more often than the other team to win a hockey game, and the St. Louis Blues just aren't doing that. I'm taking the New York Rangers to win this one in regulation at minus 140. Put a little bit on the puck line as well. Now we're heading to Rogers Arena where the Vancouver Canucks take on the Winnipeg Jets, and I really think you're splitting hairs in this matchup if you're trying to get on a side. Sure, the Winnipeg Jets have played the better hockey, and they've also won the last 4 meetings between these two teams, but the Vancouver Canucks have won 3 straight on the road, and they're now going back home where they have played some solid hockey this season at 26-3. A 20 wins in 29 games so far at home. They've also given up 1 goal in each of their 3 wins on the road over that recent road trip. So the defense has come back for the Vancouver Canucks. The goaltending is solid as well. The Winnipeg Jets have one of the better goaltending tandems in the NHL with Laurent Brossoit and Connor Hellebuck, who's always a Vezina contender. And Winnipeg, like I said, they've been solid themselves. They're 22-32-8, so favoring the under this season. I think this is going to be another low-scoring game as well. I'm going to go with the under 5.5 in a 1-3 wins kind of game. Now we're going to the T-Mobile Arena for an interconference matchup between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Detroit Red Wings, and another matchup where you have 2 teams that are struggling right now. The Vegas Golden Knights inexplicably struggling. I mean, it's hard to explain. They've lost 4 games in a row, 7 of their last 8 and 8 of their last 10. Over the course of this 4-game losing streak, the Golden Knights have given up a combined 21 goals. Detroit, on the other hand, they've given up 20 goals over the course of their 4-game losing streak, been outscored 20-5. They were just shut out on the road by the Arizona Coyotes of all teams. Like I said, 2 teams that are struggling right now, but I said it earlier also, 2 teams that can't stop a beach ball. There's no other way for me to go here other than take the over 6.5 and expect some goals in this one. Despite the struggles on offense and the reason these teams have been losing games, they still both have some punch offensively as well. I'm going to take the over 6.5 in this one. And our final game on Saturday's card takes us to the Crypto.com Arena, where the Los Angeles Kings take on the Dallas Stars. And I get why the Los Angeles Kings would be slight favorites at home here. They've been starting to pick up some wins on home ice, but the Dallas Stars have been one of the better road teams in the NHL all year. They still lead the Central Division. They have 20 wins in 34 road games, a 29-5 record. They've won the lone meeting against the Los Angeles Kings 5-1 earlier this season in Dallas. And Dallas now, winners of 4 in a row. Sure, 2 of those wins came against the Sharks. 1 came against the Anaheim Ducks. But they've got some confidence right now. And the Los Angeles Kings, they've won 3 of their last 4. But like I said, 13, 10, and 7 at home are the Los Angeles Kings. Over the entire year, they've been much more profitable on the road. The Dallas Stars have had the bulk of the recent success between these two teams, winning 7 of the last 9. We're getting the better price with the Dallas Stars here. I'm going to take the Dallas Stars at minus 105 to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, March 9th, 2024. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell in the description of this video below to get notified when the newest and freshest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. If you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium, and make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Good luck.